What's the really interesting thing that happened to you while you were in China?
When I first came to China, I didn't speak any Chinese. I didn't know how to order food or what even kind of food China had. Didn't really eat it that much back home. I was so nervous walking into every restaurant and I just pointed to something. I ended up having to eat those noodles at that same place for the first 3 weeks. Every single day for breakfast, lunch and dinner. That was pretty awful.
Maybe in Chengdu, the spicy food killed me for about 2 months. I couldn't get used to it. My colleagues, they kept taking me to all these restaurants. Every time we would go to a restaurant, I would lie in bed for 5 days sick.
5 days?
Yeah, it was too much. Couldn't handle it.
How did you get over that?
I ate more spicy food until it...
When I first came to China, I didn't know that 吃豆腐 means has two different meanings in China. 吃豆腐means, is to eat tofu, but also means to touch someone inappropriately, like to touch a girl's maybe some part of her that's not something that a guy should really say. My coworker, we were eating, and I asked her, 我可以吃你的豆腐? She left all her tofu there, and I was trying to eat mostly tofu and not meat, and so I just said, can I eat your tofu? And I had no idea the expression.
What is the interesting story that happened in China to you?
There was this time I was working, I had 2 jobs. I was so tired. My wife was noticing it. It's maybe we can get something at a drugstore, maybe some energy drinks or something related. So we went to a drugstore, and my wife, with her broken Chinese, she went in oh, my husband, too tired.
好像身体被掏空。
And this lady just oh, 去打 I know, and comes with Viagra. I'm no, that kind of tired. So it was really awkward.
Everyone is so impressed if you just say 你好. And they're wow, 你的中文很棒. Well, I just said hello. It's just one word. Foreigners are so welcome.
I have a story about my friend had a Chinese mother. It was an older Chinese woman who they became friends, and he used to call her his Chinese mother. So we went out for food one day, and she was just offering me food and try this and try this and try this. And I didn't have the guts to say no. I felt like I was being rude. I ate until the point I had to be sick in the toilets of the restaurant, and I daren't tell her that I was sick. We came back and she kept on giving me more and more food until I think I was sick maybe twice before I told her I cannot eat anymore.
How much food was that?
There must have been 20 plates. I think she fed me 15 of them.
Last day when I was traveling, as I told you last year, I've been 4 or 5 places in China. The last spot was Beijing, because I was supposed to travel to Japan after. So I spent 3 nights in Beijing, and I already had my flying ticket. In the hostel that I was staying at, the people made up a small party, and we enjoyed our time. And then I took the train to the airport. I was just gonna take the flying ticket, but it was Shanghai International Airport, not Beijing International Airport. So I was in the wrong city. Because it was my last day in the visa. I was just so overwhelmed. I was so enjoying my time.
There was this lady on the metro. She had a t-shirt that says donkey fuck. Wow. She was 60 something. I wonder if she knows what that means. Which was the worst part. I'm just cracking the and the lady is yeah, it was hilarious.
People walk up to me all the time oh, James Harding, oh, you look like James Harding.